Welcome to yet another Magic the Gathering deck tech? Is it a deck tech? I don't know what this is. I'm just putting cards together because I think that this might be my next commander. However, I am not sure. My idea for this, it might get very repetitive and I feel like I will play it once and then never play it again. However, there is a concept in Magic the Gathering called cheerios where all the cards in your deck cost 0. So for example, let's just add the one that I'm thinking of. Mistress Bauble. Now, Mistress Bauble is a 0 cost card. So, Jorah, when you have Jorah in the field, whenever you cast a historic spell, draw a card. Mistress Bauble is free, so you cast it, you draw a card, and then you keep going because everything in your deck costs 0. Or close to 0, basically. So that's what I'm gonna try and do. I'm gonna try and make a deck that is basically all 0 cost cards or mana rocks or things that pay off when artifacts enter. That's the plan. The reason why I'm saying I'm probably only gonna play it once is because I feel like it's gonna be very samey feeling. Like I play Jorah, I play a bunch of mana rocks, play Jorah, and then play every card in my deck. Like it feels like it's gonna be very samey feeling. So we'll see how this goes, but let me start adding. And I always start by adding islands. Whoop, not volcanic islands, just islands. I'm gonna add 18 of those, and then we'll add some mountains as well. We'll add 18 of those. So that's our land base. Obviously, it's just temporary. It's just 36 lands is just temporary for now. Let's go find some cards, shall we? Don't tell me I'm at 93 cards already. That's insane. I just started adding cards. Crazy that this is under $100. Okay, look, a lot of cards that cost 0. There's 15 total cards that cost 0. What's the card that costs 5? Psychosis Crawler, okay, that's understandable. Hullbreaker Horror and Thought Monitor. Well, Thought Monitor's got affinity for artifacts, so it's not really 7. And Hullbreaker Horror is just a end the game spell. Looks, okay, so already this is a lot. So let's go through the cards I've actually added because I want to try and like walk you through my logic. So the whole plan is you get Jorah on the field, which I should probably add a lot of mana rocks as well now that I think about it. I'll add the mana rocks in a sec, but my idea was I get Jorah on the field with a bunch of mana, and then I just start playing 0 drop cards. So for example, let me see if I can grab one. Memnite is a 0 cost 1/1. So I play Memnite. Whenever I cast a historic spell, I draw a card. Okay, so I cast the historic spell. Whenever I cast a spell, add red. Okay, whenever I cast a non-creature spell, surveil 1. So I'm doing all this other like minor stuff as I'm just casting all of these cards that cost basically 0. And I've also got quite a lot of artifact reduction as well. So reducing the cost of all my artifacts in the deck, even though I think it might not be needed if I'm being honest. I don't think I need this much artifact reduction. Mainly because all of these cards cost cheap anyway, so if I have a bunch of mana, then I don't think I need as much reduction as I've got. But anyway, that's the plan, is I will just win the game via ETB effects. So I'll cast the 0 drop, and then, oh, I did something, add red. I cast a non-creature spell, 1 damage to each opponent. An artifact entered, each opponent takes 1, things like that. And then being able to just dump my entire deck, and then using Filter Out to just bounce everything back to everyone's hands, recast Jorah, recast my hand, then I feel like I'd be pretty set. That's the game plan. Not sure if it's going to work out like that, but that's the game plan. Look, that happened really quickly. Jeez, okay. That happened really quickly. So what I'm going to do is I've already hit over 100 cards, so I'm going to start cutting cards. Because I believe, like, the deck is there. Like, the whole point of the deck and the concept is just get out Jorah as quick as possible and then just play every single card in your deck. Because everything should cost 0 or next to 0, because look at this mana curve. Everything should cost a tiny amount of mana, so you can just go. So what I'll do is I'll actually just get rid of a few of the payoffs, or with a few of the reductions instead. I'll get rid of a few of those and we'll see what it looks like. Yeah, we'll see what it looks like. I don't actually have any like sacrifice this artifact, but I've got a lot of like scrap trawler effects or mere retriever effects. So when it dies, do something. But I don't have anything that's like, sack this artifact, do something. Or sack this artifact, and then do nothing, or something like that. By the way, just as a side note, Sonic Screwdriver feels like it's insanely broken. So for 3 mana, we get to add a mana of any color, untap another target artifact, scry 1, or target creature gets unblockable. Like that's all on one card. Whereas if we look at Commander Sphere, add a mana or sack it to draw a card. Like, and this does all of that. That feels like it's too powerful. Wow, all for the low price of 70 cents. Crazy. It's actually kind of insane how quickly this deck was built. Like, I've been recording for 20 minutes, and I just chucked a whole bunch of cards in there, and I feel like this deck could really, really work. Because that's the thing, like, your commander just is the gas you need. You play your commander, and then you just go. Because everything's either an artifact, as holy cow, 21%, 10%, 20%, 13%. So everything's an artifact or a historic spell. So it's just payoff after payoff. And even if you don't get the payoffs in your original hand, you just cast like 0 drops or cards that cost very, very small amounts. And then you just go get it. Like, you just keep going. It feels like it's too good to be true, you know? 80% competitive. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I stumbled upon a competitive deck here. Ignore the symbols and the mana costs and stuff like that. That's all because of these lands are just islands and mountains. So here's another question. Should I build it? $100, I could have an 80% competitive deck that I don't think anyone could really fight against in my pod. That's it for me. If you have any ideas on something I should take a look at next, or like a commander deck that I could build, that'd be fantastic. But this deck sort of built itself. I'd set over an hour to build this deck, but the more I thought about it, the more the cards just came to me. Obviously, I needed to look up some of these like 0 drop cards because I have no idea. I had no idea Claws of Gix existed. But a lot of these cards were just like, yeah, this would work, this would work, this would also work, because everything triggers draw a card. It just feels too good to be true, you know? Well, anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any ideas on how I can make this deck less competitive, let me know. And I will see you guys in the next one. Maybe I should just try a legendary only deck, or maybe a Sagas deck. Sagas in Is It? Maybe that'll work, I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace. And next turn, I think. We won't snap because I'm still not sure about winning here. Okay, so we go Reality Stone on the left-hand side to get rid of it. I think he's going to play something... Can we play all these cards? No, we can't. So Ant-Man should win us... No, Ant-Man will not win us that location. Ant-Man will play there, and then Lizard and Power Stone, I think. Lizard and Mobius.